Hey everyone, my name is Sean Arnold, and before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to make a quick announcement for you all. I've recently invested heavily into a brand new live streaming setup. I have a brand new internet connection with much higher speeds, I have a brand new streaming layout, and I also have a new microphone on the way as we speak. My goal behind this is if I'm able to stream more often and save more time on producing content, I'll be able to produce more content overall on a more regular basis. My YouTube channel will stay the same. I will be still doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist online ranked series. I just hope to be uploading more often and more frequently. By streaming more often, I also hope to create complementary series such as deck testing streams, where I do my deck testing as I'm streaming live and hopefully take feedback from others that want to provide their expertise and their knowledge into how to improve my builds. Also, I hope to bring my older shows such as Dev Bros, which was a podcast style series where myself and other duelists will get online onto a microphone, play a couple of games with each other and discuss what news is happening in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World. Furthermore, if I'm able to save myself some time, I would actually like to try and play other video games. I want to play games such as For Honor and get into that properly. I will be streaming Horizon Zero Dawn this weekend and hopefully playing games such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in the near future. At the moment, my schedule is unconfirmed and will be determined in the near future, but for the time being, if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing and when I'm streaming, feel free to add me at Twitch on twitch.tv/TheArnoldTwitch, or on my Twitter account at TheArnoldTweet to see when I'm streaming and making announcements. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this update, and hopefully you enjoy the episode. Hello everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to episode 112 of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist online ranked series. Today you're going to see myself playing my Buster Blader deck during my deck testing phase against a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. A very, I wouldn't say a standard Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, but it's Blue Eyes White Dragon nonetheless. Now many of you may be thinking that, hey, it's Buster Blader, you know, he is designed to kill dragons, he should do well against Blue Eyes. Well, you know, not necessarily the truth. You got to keep in mind that Blue Eyes is the top 3 deck in the world right now in the TCG environment, just underneath Zodiacs and Metal Foes. It is a really strong deck, and in Legacy of the Duelist, while it does not have cards such as Alternative Dragon and Chaos Max, although no one really uses Chaos Max anymore, it is still a powerful deck, and there are many duelists in Legacy of the Duelist who have found ways to kind of overcome the lack of certain cards in this game, and Blue Eyes is doing pretty well. It's quite popular. Now, while I do some shenanigans and I start setting up my play here, I do want to address something. Yes, unfortunately, as my description of the video says, I have been banned from YouTube from live streaming. It's really no one's, well, I guess it's kind of my fault, but it's not really, you know, I can't really point the finger and blame anyone. It is what it is, and it does kind of suck. What happened was, about a week or two ago, I streamed a video game called Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. Fantastic video game, I really enjoyed it, and yeah, if you guys are interested in the franchise Berserk, please support it because I want to see more Berserk video games. But however, what I wasn't aware was that the animated cutscenes in that game were actually ripped directly from an anime series which is only a couple of years old. I wasn't really aware of that, and so the people that hit me with a DMCA or a content ID match were a German company called Universal Sum, and they are a company who, when I researched, are selling the anime in German on DVD, and so when their cutscenes are being played on my live stream, they are in their full right to say, oh hey, no, that's what we're trying to sell, therefore you need to stop doing that. Now YouTube took it upon themselves to then ban me from live streaming for at least 90 days. It could be forever. They haven't really said. It just says in their guidelines it could be 90 days or it could be forever. And yeah, that kind of sucks. It really sucks. It kind of puts me out of my current plans when I wanted to start streaming more onto YouTube, especially for Legacy of the Duelist, because it is a lot easier for me just to click start streaming, go directly to YouTube, Legacy of the Duelist, and do a video a day or do a couple of games a day, and then show more content for people. It does mean that I have to exclusively stream onto Twitch, which kind of sucks. In a way, yes and no. Twitch is a better platform for streaming. It is stronger. I have more stable connections on Twitch when I stream. However, you know, my subscribers are on YouTube. Nobody knows me on Twitch. And so when I do stream on Twitch, you know, I don't know if people know I'm streaming on Twitch or whether they are aware of it. And yeah, that kind of puts a downer in my step a little bit. Kind of makes me feel a bit, I don't know, kind of a little bit low. I've recently just invested in a ton of equipment to do more live streaming. I thought this was to be the way that I could produce content much faster and much easier. But it is what it is, and I'm sure I'll find a way to overcome it. I'll just have to be a bit more creative. So yeah, that is unfortunate. If you guys do want to see me stream a little bit more, like I said earlier in the video, you can hit me up on the Arnold's stream. No, what is it? It's twitch.tv/ the Arnold's Twitch. Or the Arnold stream, one of those two addresses. I'm sure you'll find me when you search me. But yeah, no, unfortunately I will have to be just streaming to Twitch and then exporting the videos directly to YouTube, which isn't really ideal, but it is what it is. So to get into this match here, this was a build of Buster Blader, which there was a duelist called, I think his name was Andre Torres, if I'm not mistaken. He's a Colombian player, and he managed to get a top 8 with a Buster Blader in a regionals. And this was kind of in inspiration of this build, but I also changed it with things such as Mausoleum of White and Sage with Eyes of Blue. And his version of Buster Blader was focused on making rank 8s. So the idea behind this is that Buster Dragon is a level 8 dragon, and he summons a level 7 monster. He can bring a level 1 tuner to the field, and that way you can bring rank 8s out more and more. And this was nice because in this version of the deck, you do have these big strong monsters which can stun your opponent. For example, Lancelot of the Underground right now, or the Underworld right now, is negating all of my opponent's effects. So things like the White Stone of Legend, who's trying to special summon a Blue Eyes from the graveyard, is not going to be able to work. Lancelot is just going to negate that. Lancelot is a really cool card. It's a great level 8 card. It is a mandatory effect though, so even though it affects everything, your opponent can kind of control it in a way, kind of like Light and Darkness Dragon, but it's a really strong effect. I think Buster Blader can do okay against a Blue Eyes deck. It just really depends on who gains momentum first. Earlier in the game there, my opponent got Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and a Blue Eyes in the first turn. I think that did leave him a little bit wide open, and therefore I was able to kind of combat that quite easily. But then I was able to set up my own pool and stun him for a while. And now I'm going to play a card called Cards of Consonance and discard one of my tuners. This is why, this is kind of one of the reasons why in my later builds I stopped relying on Cards of Consonance so much, because I kept on discarding things like Buster Whelp when I would really like to get rid of cards like, say, Synchro and Resonator, or the other level 1 cards which I had. And so now I only run one copy of Cards of Consonance. But yeah, because I just felt like I wasn't being able to use the tuners that I wanted to use to the full effect, such as the Special Buster Blader. And at the moment in this situation, what I didn't like about this build here is I've got Synchro and Resonator, which Andre ran at 3 with 3 copies of Resonator. Cool, but I have no real way of using them, because Synchro and Resonator is a level 1 tuner that can special summon it to the field, itself to the field, when my opponent, or when I have a I think it has to be a level, I can't remember what level it has to be, but I have to have a Synchro monster on the field. I don't know if it had to be a specific level or a certain high level, but if I have a Synchro monster on the field, I would be able to special summon that card to the field. And unfortunately, in the current situation, I can't do that. So Synchro Resonator, I found it didn't always, I would say, resonate well with all the cards in the deck. Something my opponent here, Maple Syrup, did was kind of cool, was play Burst Stream of Destruction. I never see a Blue Eyes player play Burst Stream of Destruction, and realistically speaking, you don't need to play it. It's a card which is a Blue Eyes version of Raigeki. It is searchable by Mausoleum of White, which is kind of cool, but you don't really need it for a Blue Eyes deck. There are other ways of kind of accomplishing the same thing, but it's kind of cool to see that it happen. I like when people are using these trademark cards that have the name of their character's attack, such as Dark Magic Attack and Inferno Fire Blast. You don't really see people using them, so it makes playing duels like this kind of fun. As you can see now, my opponent's got a big monster in the field, and I'm kind of in a rough situation here where I need to get over this Blue Eyes. I have no way to stop its attack, but it's not going to be the easiest thing to do so. My opponent has just played Max C. Max C is a card which I've been very frustrated with in Legacy of the Duelist. In current TCG and competitive environments, all people do is special summon, but when I play Legacy of the Duelist, I play against random decks. I play against... I earlier this morning was testing another deck on stream, and I ended up playing against a guy who was playing cards like Marshman and Breaker the Magical Warrior, and he never special summoned for the entire duel. In fact, he beat me. And that's because I had cards like Max Z in my hand. I was like, I can't use Max Z. I can't use Vanity's Emptiness. There's no use for me. It's really hard to... I think it's really difficult in Legacy of the Duelist to build a deck which is supposed to be based on reacting to an opponent's actions. So things like special summoning or playing spell and trap cards. It's difficult to kind of predict what your opponent can do, and it seems like in this environment the best thing to do is just make your deck as efficient as possible so it runs as fast as possible. That's something I'm finding a little bit difficult with the current deck I'm deck testing on stream right now. It is Harpy Ladies. I'll be streaming that later today as well if you guys want to see me doing that. I want to find a way that makes Harpy Ladies work, and also maybe try and gain some kind of card advantage with it. It doesn't gain much card advantage, but yeah, no, I want to see if I can make it work. Anyway, so as the video promised, here is the 10k plus Buster. He has 10,000 attack. The only thing with Buster Blader in this fusion card is that he cannot attack directly, so I can't OTK my opponent. But having 10k attack is pretty cool. It's quite nice to be able to do that, considering, and it's not too hard to do considering I'm playing against a Blue Eyes deck. I also love about Buster Blader is that I'm able to use monsters on his side of the field as materials for the fusion summon. So 10k Busters on the field, and then I've drawn into one of my other key cards that I used to use. I don't use it anymore. DNA Surgery. DNA Surgery is a trap card which contains the type of monsters on the field. It was originally used by Weevil Underwood in the very first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! He did that to change all of Joey's monsters to what was it, insect type, and then he had debilitating effects based on that. In this situation now, my opponent has Maiden with Eyes of Blue, and normally I wouldn't be able to attack Maiden with Eyes of Blue without him special summoning a Blue Eyes to the field. However, I'm going to play DNA Surgery, and I'm going to change all types on the field to Dragon type, and that's going to activate Buster Blader's effect and negate the effect of all monsters on the field and turn them to defense position. Now I can attack his monster, and I'm going to do 11,000 damage of piercing damage there, even though I didn't need to. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for tuning in as always, and I hope to see you soon. If you want to see me do anything particular, please leave a comment, or if you want to play against me, hit me up on PSN at the Arnold's Play. I've been pretty bad about responding to comments on PSN. I've just been kind of busy, but yeah, always feel free to add me to PSN if you ever want to do a game and for me to do a video. Take care.